from KXAN News.
And a very good evening to you. I'm Jennifer Sanders. We'll get you right back to the Kentucky Derby coverage in just a moment. But first, some breaking news in Round Rock. Police say they have located a possible suspect after they reported that someone was, quote, actively shooting at police earlier. And so right now we are listening in on the chief to give an update on that right now.
Sorry, one more.
1, 2, 3. Check, check, check.
Sorry.
Check, 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 check. 1, 2, 3.
And right now we know that the officers.
So my name is Allen Banks, ALLEN BANKS, Police Chief in Round Rock. And before I begin and tell you some of the details, I want to remind you this is a preliminary investigation. We do not have all the details. I will get you more details as the investigation continues and gives us more to relate to you and to the citizens of Round Rock. So at approximately 12:30 this afternoon, we received a call of a person who had been shot multiple times. The caller told dispatch that the shooter was possibly a neighbor of his. Officers responded to the location along with medical personnel. At approximately 12:38, we received a report that a male wearing a black trench coat and carrying an AK-style rifle ran across Old Settlers, also known as 3406. At 12:43, a fire department battalion chief reported that he saw a subject hop the fence at Barron's Ranch and Plantation wearing camouflaged clothing. Officers responded to that area. The male subject immediately engaged officers and began firing upon them. He then retreated into the wood line at Camino del Verde Place and Solorn Way. Officers did return fire as he continued to shoot at them as he retreated into the wood line. Officers recognized at that time that the subject was wearing body armor. Due to the severity of the situation, multiple agencies responded to the scene. As our armored vehicle arrived on scene, the subject began shooting at the armored vehicle. Officers then returned fire at him again. The subject was later found in the dense wood line. Less than lethal rounds were used by officers to see if the subject would respond. Subject did not respond at that time. It was determined that he was deceased. It is unknown if it is a result of officers' actions or if he took his own life. This is an ongoing investigation. There are no injuries to officers. We did have one officer that sustained medical or had a medical situation. He was transported to the hospital. He currently is in stable condition. The original victim that was shot received non-life-threatening injuries. He is also in stable condition at the hospital. Multiple agencies responded to the situation. They do include Austin Police Department, Georgetown, Williamson County, Cedar Park, Department of Public Safety, the Texas Rangers, and ATF, and Leander Police Department. Several of those agencies are part of the Central Texas Regional SWAT team, and they responded to assist our SWAT team. There are multiple scenes that we are currently investigating. Our crime scene is handling those crime scenes at this point. There were numerous shots fired by the deceased subject. We do not have an identity on him. That will hopefully come here shortly in the investigation. We don't have a motive of why he shot the original subject. Again, this is an ongoing investigation. We'll get you as much information as we possibly can through our investigation. At this time, I'll open up for any questions that you may have.
Do you know how the subject and the original person who was shot know each other?
We don't.
Was the original victim in the home at first, and the suspect came into the home?
The original victim that was shot at the scene was actually outside of his residence when he was shot. He then entered his residence and called 911 to report that he had been shot.
Were there any other family members in the home?
I do not know that.
The officer injury or medical situation, was that heat related?
I am not at liberty to discuss his medical condition at this time. That officer is in stable condition at the hospital.
Moving forward, what happens now? Is someone investigating this? I know there's still, you're unsure if the subject died as a result of an officer firing or took his own life, but is there somebody, another agency that's investigating that right now and looking into use of force?
This situation will be treated as an officer-involved shooting by the Round Rock Police Department. We are working in conjunction with the Texas Ranger on this investigation. The district attorney has been notified as well, and we are also seeking advice from the district attorney. Additionally, the officers that did discharge their duty weapons will be placed on standard administrative leave as a result of today's actions.
How many officers is that?
We have multiple officers. Through the investigation, we will determine how many officers will be placed on leave, and that is currently ongoing right now.
And will it be the Travis County or Williamson County DA?
Williamson County District Attorney's Office. We are in Williamson County.
Thank you.
And so the suspect, he was dressed in a trench coat and then he changed into camouflage?
We got two reports. One that there was a subject that was in a trench coat that crossed 3406. We got a separate report that we had another or a subject that was dressed in camouflage. We will look into those descriptions to determine if he did have a trench coat.
So right now, again, you are hearing from Round Rock Police Chief Alan Banks giving us an update on that breaking news we told you about earlier in Round Rock. So let's just walk through a timeline of this. 12:30, there was a call about a person who had been shot multiple times by the alleged suspect. Now, officers say it was reported that a man wearing a black trench coat crossed Old Settlers Road, and then later they got another report that someone wearing camouflage was also running in that area with a gun. Now, police say they did approach one of the men and they started firing. That man started firing at officers, and then he eventually went into a wooded area, and that's when officers returned fire. Now, he then started shooting at an armored vehicle from police that came into that area, and the suspect, though, was later found deceased. Now, police are still telling us they don't know if the suspect shot himself or if he was hit by police fire. And Officer 2 in this situation is in stable condition. Police Chief Banks is not saying how that officer was injured, but they do say that the officer is in stable condition. Also, the alleged victim involved in the original shooting that was called in was transported to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. We have this full press conference for you at KXAN.com, and of course, we're sifting through information and trying to learn more from police to understand about this. We will have that on KXAN.com as well as tonight right here on KXAN News at 10 o'clock.
This has been a breaking news alert from KXAN News.
I believe Department of Public Safety's air support unit that was up in the air helping us. You got to remember, this was a very dense wooded area, so it's very hard to see from above, but can't thank all the agencies enough for them coming out and assisting us in this situation today.
How exactly did you guys find him? Did someone see him running into the woods and then followed after? Were you searching through the woods and then came across?
So what happened was he engaged the officers and started shooting on the officers as he retreated into the wood line. And so we had an idea of where he was. We did send officers that the area that he was in, we did surround it. So we knew he did not come out of the backside of that wooded area. And so we knew that he was hunkered down in that area. He came out several times firing at officers. When our armored vehicle arrived on scene, he engaged that armored vehicle as well.
Can the residents now come out of their homes, Chief? Can people go back into the neighborhood?
So we just did another reverse 911 advising everybody that they can, we are removing the shelter in place order, and people will be allowed to return back to the neighborhood. We believe that this was the sole subject involved in this incident, and So we feel that the rest of the city is safe again as a result of this incident.
Is the polling location back open?
I cannot answer that question. I do not know.
Okay.
You guys had to go through this during like very hot heat and temperatures. We were just curious how you guys do all of this with all the gear and everything that you have to wear.
So the question is, it's very hot out here, heat, it's very humid, and you know, especially our tactical officers are wearing additional gear, additional body armor for protection. Even our patrol officers are wearing dark uniforms. This is the job that they do, and this is why I'm so proud to be their chief. And that's why I'm proud to be the chief here in Central Texas, because of all the agencies that step up. Our primary goal is to make sure that these cities are safe, all of our communities are safe. And so when it's time to go out and do work, they go out and do work regardless of the conditions. And today is a prime example of officers going out and do work. We had an opportunity to talk to a number of officers that were either on perimeter or were involved. And you can just see the amount of sweat, how tired they were, how exhausted they were. But their whole goal was to make sure that the citizens of Round Rock were safe, and they were going to continue until that was done.
And just to recap, to make sure we have all the details, the first person that was shot is in stable condition for non-life-threatening injuries. The officer, again, also stable condition in the hospital, and the suspect, no ID yet.
That is correct. Again, thank y'all. I appreciate you.
Thank you so much.